is a dancer, it's a soul's companion. You can feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices, free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion.
It's my mom at Zumba right now.
Rhythm is a dancer, it's a soul's companion. You can feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices.
Oh man,
Free your mind and join us. You can
I love this guy's freaking remixes. Josh Fawaz.
Oh, it fucks.
My mom goes, I like music that I know the words to, and then they can change it and make it housey. I like that. I'm like, this is your guy, mama.
This is the one. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, banger, banger, banger city. Namaste, brother. We are one. How the hell is Benjamin somebody like you, Myers?
We're good, man. We're good. We're like, once again, data collection, observing the patterns through things. But, you know, all in all, we're doing good. We're just learning and growing. Welcome in, everybody. Sherry, Lisa, Jude, and Linz. Ciao. Namaste.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Shari Soulflow, namaste. Happy Tuesday.
Mama
Lisa
Myers,
Jude,
welcome
Lynn. Mama Myers in the house. Let's go. Oh, we love to see it. We love to see it. But that's it, brother. Every freaking moment is data collection, really. And from what I've seen, you get to the point where the data is just undeniable. It's just like you have just spreadsheet after spreadsheet. It's the same every time. Every time this happens, and I do this, I project, I run to my vices, whatever it is, I always end up back in the same place. And you're like, okay, so this is always happening. Time to make a change. That's what I keep seeing in my own journey anyway. And I love that data collection reframe. It's just beautiful, positive. I can't wait to make some merch about it. We were talking about that last night, Ben. Meat Monkey Spacesuit merch, data collection merch, all that good shit. So I love to hear that you're framing it that way. But brother, that does not mean it ain't freaking hard. And speaking of that, you know, the clip that came out with your panic attacks today, that's data collection too, but it's fucking gnarly data collection.
Gnarly indeed, man. I think that's what everyone like, and that's the thing. I think it's a big point to make to a lot of people is like sometimes when you sit on this side of the call or this side of the stream or this side of whatever, you're looked at as like obviously a trusted resource and an expert and stuff like that. But like naming my business somebody like you was like not just like a clever thing to like get people to trust me. It was remembering like it's a reminder to myself too, like, hey, I go through this stuff too. Welcome in, Dana. It's a reminder to myself too, like, no, I go through this stuff too. I'm not better or worse than it. It's still having, once again, we're in this meat monkey spacesuit, but it's also having the experience. And while I can observe the data all I want, the act of being present is feeling it. Like that's the act of it, is feeling the emotions and allowing them to come through with the data that has been collected. And then you're able to process, feel, honor it, and then reflect and be like, okay, but if we just try to go right from data collection straight to the finish line, you're going to realize you have a whole bunch of pent up, unresolved emotion that is going to pop at some point. And right now I'm in the process of navigating and feeling emotions. And I always find my emotions are on delay. The logical mind replies first, and then the emotions catch up a few days later. But as we dive into it a little bit more, probably, it's not about what you would think it is.
No, that's yeah. But you can't take the data collection and rush to data implementation. You have to digest the data. And ultimately we all rush to integrate it and we go too fast. And that's more data collection of learning not to use the data improperly. So brother, you're hitting on a lot of great points there. We all have to make those. That's why it's failing your way to happiness. It's failing your way to peace. because there's no other way to do it. You literally have to exhaust all other options. Believe me, if there's ways I could be doing some of the stuff I used to want to do and be happy and peaceful, I would be doing them. That's what the ego would be doing, you know? So
Yeah, dude.
it's like the post I posted in the men's vulnerable group chat right before this was this trauma expert talking about how religion is just given an out for men to not do their trauma healing work, you know, because that's all really what it is. It's just given an excuse to be like, oh, I'm a sinner and I can just repent and bypass. But
You can.
Data collection.
You can. I mean, yeah, but when you get to the other end and be like, why do I still feel all of these things? At the end of the day, it's like, well, there's some patterns as we never processed the feelings. We ignored them. Yeah. No.
Namaste, Corkatina. Hope the shoulders feeling somewhat comfortable. Hope the bicep is toned down. That's something. Big D, are you driving tonight? What are you up to? Where are you at? Are you up in your summer spot yet? Maybe you already have been for a while and I totally missed that, but are you up in the Northeast? Would love to know that. Gooby Customs, namaste, Peter Gubinator. Namaste, brother. The guy who designed my skates, Ben. He's a guy chasing his passion, and he literally always loved tinkering with gear and skates and stuff. And then finally, he just started like putting stickers and paint and all these different things on skates. And I saw that, and I was like, dude, give me some Pride skates for me to wear. You know, like give me some rainbow skates. And he's like, done. And from there, we started this collaboration, and now he's done like Stanley Cup final, Mitch Marner, fucking the top people in the game. He's been doing their skates for charities. They auction them off at like dyslexia events or mental health events. And he just to travel and be around the biggest names in the game doing what he loves. Like, you want to talk about chasing your highest excitement. When a lot of people said, stop that. He had a past partner that was like, stop that stupid shit. What are you doing with skates? And he's like, I like it.
It's fun.
So, needless to say, he's not with that person anymore. And he's found someone who's super encouraging. The last time I checked in with him about that, but it's just a really cool story to me that I just watched it unfold in front of me of like this guy just doing what he loves.
Is he on Instagram? Is he on Instagram?
Yeah. Gooby underscore customs, just like it sounds. GUBY underscore customs.
I want to check him out.
Yeah, it's freaking cool, man. It's really cool. Corey Katina, bicep is toned down, had therapy this morning, and it's at an interesting point. Okay. All right, brother. I know you're a detailed dude. So are you applying that detailed data, hockey analysis, clear, sharp mind approach to the physiotherapy? Are you someone that likes to do the exercises? Are you doing as much as they prescribe? Is it a struggle sometimes to do it? Very curious, because as an athlete, it was like my only job, right? So I'm wondering how that sits for you in your life. Namaste, Rumi of Rockford, Sharzy. What's going on, brother?
Sharzy.
Dana, yes, in the car. I head up to Washington July 10th. Oh, wow. You go that late, eh? Okay. So you go like mid-peak summer. I guess you just avoid where you're living in Arizona just for the absolute peak time. So how long are you there from July 10th to when? Would love to know. And I would love to visit one day, man. Seriously, I think a lot of people in here would love to go down and visit Big D out there.
Dude, these skates are gnarly.
Right? How freaking sweet is that?
Oh, dude. That just, you talk about following your highest excitement, man.
Literally.
There's this like ingredient that is just in passion, love, and joy that like it shines through in artwork, it shines through in music, it shines through in passions. Like it's just an ingredient you cannot replicate. And that's why like we talk about AI and stuff like that. Like there is just some intangibles that cannot be and I think a lot of it is the soul of artwork. And like obviously like AI can do dope shit, and I'm not taking away from AI is cool, but like that type of stuff, like mixing a hockey passion with art passion, connection, teaming up with people that like you vibe with, like there is beauty in that. So I just want to show some love, man. That's incredible work.
To the Gubinator, such a cool name too for hockey, like Peter Gubinator. It's literally already set up to be a last hockey name that you put, you know, it's like Gaber, it's like Gubinator, it's already there. It's fucking amazing.
Right. See, that's tough. Myers isn't a good one.
It isn't.
It's not.
It's not a good hockey name. I played with a guy, Philip Myers. I think we just called him Phil.
That's why I just get called Ben. My name's
Yep.
not even Benjamin. My name's just Ben. Like
Okay.
it's Ben Myers. Like there's no room for nicknames in there.
Okay, well, it's just Ben. I just think Benjamin's endearing somehow. So I know I just fuck around with that. But it's
I'm
good
good
to know
with
it's actually just Ben.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good with that.
That sounds very Philly.
Ben.
My name's not even Benjamin. It's not Benjamin Button. It's just Ben.
Just Ben, man. So that's kind of what, like, because even when I would date people in like high school, college, like the moms, they would be like, it's just Ben. So I had 2 different parents call me just Ben as my nickname. It's just Ben.
Well, hey, I do love this about you. Your name reminds me of the movie Benjamin Button, which is just. Have you seen Benjamin Button?
I have, yeah.
Fuck, that's a good movie.
Great movie. Great movie.
Oh, I fucking sobbed watching that movie. I watched it one random, when he's just random night, and I'm like, oh yeah, this movie, the guy ages backwards. It seems pretty cool. Brad Pitt. I was bawling in the happiest tears. It was such a on the spiritual path. I saw so many things that I was just like hit home with me. I was like, wow. Big D stays out in the Northeast for his summer till October 1st. Okay, so I thought you were going to go in like June to September, but you stay till October. Nice, dude. Sherzy's laughing at the Red Wings fans. Can we have a laugh at Red Wing fans trying to shit on Larkin? That's cracking you up, eh, Sherzy? Why is that crack? I think it makes total sense why they're shitting on them. Why is that making you laugh? I know you're just like the ultimate troll. What's that bringing up for you? Because he's got some cojones on him. I mean, clearly he's asked for a trade a long time ago. Yzerman hasn't accommodated it. So now he's like, all right, time to put the pressure on. We're going public with this thing. And he's like, yeah, I have a full no trade clause. So I only want to go to 3 teams, Florida, Minnesota, and Vegas. So that's going to be pretty hard to get fair value back when that's the only options you have.
No trade clause. Always coming back to bite everybody in the ass.
It's the American captain of the Red Wings who's from Michigan, went to Michigan, the school, played all his hockey there. He's the captain of the Red Wings, and he's like, to Stevie Y, his general manager, one of the greatest hockey players of all time, Detroit Red Wings captain. He's like, yeah, I want out. So this is just a wild development. I want to hear what Sherzy has to say about it here. It's 6 teams now. What, Sherzy, let us know what are the 3 teams that were added.
If it's Philly, you're not getting Porter.
What's that? Oh, no. Nobody's getting Porter. Nobody's trading Porter Martone in any kind of package for Dylan Larkin. There's 0 chance.
No way.
Porter Martone showed more grit in his limited sample size than Dylan Larkin has in his whole career. Dana says we go late so grandson can do camp for a while before we take him up for a week. So I got you. Okay. How about you read this one for Corey's update of his shoulder here?
I basically was told my range of motion is where they want me at 6 weeks, and they don't want me to pay that. So have to tone it down, even though Natalie lately have been doing slightly less. Then they have been recommending, and I've been trying not to push too hard. And so remember that's a lesson we've been learning, because you didn't push as hard last time you got hurt, but you're sticking to it. And that patience is admirable. I know it's probably not easy and it feels uncomfortable. So tip of the hat to you, my friend. You're doing well, man. You're doing awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're literally ahead of schedule. So no reason to push. No reason to push. 6 teams now. I want to know what the teams are. Anaheim, Tampa, and Islanders he added. Okay. That makes sense. Anaheim, Tampa, Islanders. That makes sense. He's just going to teams that have a chance big time, that are young players come in, or a great setup, great organization.
What do you think about the Isles, man? The Islanders. I feel so bad for Connor McDavid. Is he the Oilers? Never mind.
He's the Oilers. I love what he did out of like showing he cared and heart, and he's going to show Edmonton. Look, I stuck around an extra 2 years and we still couldn't get it done. He wasted 2 years of his prime going back there, man.
Yeah, I forgot he's Oilers. Similar. I forgot like the Islanders even exist. That's how much.
They didn't before, but now with Matthew Schaefer, they exist now. That guy nobody thought an 18-year-old defenseman would be shattering defenseman records in 2026. Like, that just wasn't on the bingo card, you know? Do you know that guy's story at all?
No, I don't.
So he's from Ontario. He's from Toronto, but his mom died of cancer his draft year, of long battle of cancer, and then 2 months later, his billet mom took her own life the same way my dad did with a train. So he had to deal with some heavy shit as he's the top guy. He also broke his collarbone at the World Juniors, but he looks like he's 10 years old, even though he's 6'3", 200 pounds. He looks like an absolute baby, not a single hair in his face, but he's got this deep voice and he talks so mature. He's so mature. It's stupid. Like how his emotional maturity, his confidence, like most rookies are like trying to be like quiet and humble. He's just like not cocky. He's just like, this is me and I'm vocal and I like to chat and I like to have a good time. Like you would love to see this guy's interviews and stuff. I did some content on him in the beginning, but I don't know how you're that mature at 18 years old.
When do you feel like you hit maturity? Like we're like, no, like, and I'll say like in the hockey world, right? Because I feel like it's a sport, like if ever, like, do you feel like you reached like maturity?
Mm-mm.
No.
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 Nope. I really, 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 really didn't. On the outside, people would have said I was so mature, but no. There's no, in my books, I guess I probably have high standards and stuff, but the way that guy is, of course, he could be unconscious to things and whatever, but you can just tell when somebody's grounded in their being. Like someone with an eye would have been able to talk to me and been like, oh, that guy's intense, but yeah, there's going to be some suffering coming, whereas like other people are kind of like they know they're good, but they're just also not hung up on hockey. Like, I'll be fine. Kind of like they have an ease to them. Those are the people that I consider kind of mature,
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. What do we say? Hellebuck supposedly asked for a trade as well.
Oh yeah. That is like McDavid. Get out of there, brother. Get that. You put in your time in the peg where no American wants to go. Nobody wants to be there. So that, I think Scherzy's right. This draft, the trades are going to be nuts.
That's fun.
And the Islanders are at an impasse with Anders Lee, maybe a sign and trade. Yeah, he's got to move on. He needs to go play somewhere where he's not the captain. He's not like a main guy. He can be like an assistant captain, third liner. McDavid getting dealt next season. I don't doubt that at all. Rerun of the if Wayne Gretzky got traded out of the Oilers, Davo should too. All the U.S. players are trying to, after they won this gold medal at the Olympics, they're all just trying to get together now and have a good old time. That's freaking funny. Joel, who's a new joiner to our community, he joined in and he has a puppy German Shepherd named Dandelion.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? He's saying, just tell him my grandma what a stand-up dude you are. Oh, just tell him my grandma what a stand-up dude you are. Now I'm going to show him your fisticuffs. Haha. Appreciate you, brother. Show Gramps the good tilts, but get Gramps in the damn community. We haven't had an elderly meat monkey spacesuit in the group yet. We haven't had that. I'm very curious to have one of those eventually. I want to get some, like, I'm manifesting it right now. Some grandpa from like New Hampshire that fought in Nam, who's just like, he was just at the last edge of it. So he was young when he went there and he's still in this, like, he's probably in his 60s, 70s, and he's just full of piss and vigor and he wants to learn something. He wants to get online. He wants to, what's this all about? I'm manifesting that.
Somebody commented on the one reel you posted today with the one clip about my panic attacks. I don't know who they were, but I didn't check out their profile. They looked like they may have been a little bit older. They talked about their experience with anxiety and stuff like that.
I didn't check the age of the picture. I should have noticed that. But yeah, there were a couple of good shares on that post today, brother.
I'm telling you what, man, like that's the thing. What I love about the platform you're bringing in here is just kind of like, whenever we talk about that stuff, and obviously the communities have, like, that's why they kind of came here too, is to follow your story and then talk about the mental side of it. But like, everyone's experiencing something and having a place to talk about it. And once again, it's not to receive all of these like facts and tricks and tips, and it's to share their experience too. Like, oh my gosh, I see what you've been through. Hey, you're not alone. I've gone through this too. And that's what's so fucking beautiful, freaking beautiful. My grandmother joined the chat on my Instagram. So you manifested it. And so Nan, hello, Nan. She goes, you know what, Ben, you curse a lot when you're on live with him. So she goes, it shocks my ears. So as she came in, I dropped the F-bomb and I go, no.
Dude, you got 2 generations of matriarchs coming in here. This is amazing, dude. Oh my goodness. My granny bless her soul, rest her heart. She just, man, that would be so crazy if Granny was in here. Wow, shout out to Nan. That's awesome. I love how everybody calls grannies and grandmas Nans and all the different names. I love it. I love it. What's Nan? Like, is that, what are you again? Polish or something?
Polish. So I believe if it would be for grandfather as Jurek and Babka.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's I could be completely butchering the pronunciation of it. But yeah, on my side I have my immediate family, my mom, my sister, and my dad on my ribs, like their initials. And then in Polish I have Rodzina going through it because it means family in Polish.
Okay, so you got, and is your grandpa still alive?
No, he passed probably about 10 years ago. My nan's 96.
Wow, Nan, 96 joining the live. Let's go, Nan.
She's a legend, an absolute legend. And like she said in like previous lives, she feel like she was a monk. Like she's like connected. And like I totally see it. Like she is the wisest, most like centered, calm. Like she came up with the phrase "just do it" before Nike ever did. I asked her what, like, I was like, Nan, what if you have any advice in life? Like, what is? She goes, sit back, relax, enjoy. That it was those 3 words, and she just like looked at a tree and was like, sit back, relax, enjoy. And I was like, it's that simple.
Damn.
It's that. Don't overcomplicate it. So when going through things in my life, I go, just sit back, relax, enjoy.
Lorianne's like, I'm shadow grandma. Is that because you're on the cusp of being grandma? I'm not even picking up the shadow grandma part. But what is that, Nan, your mom's side?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Pop's side? Are they still around, the grandparents?
They are not. No, they've been gone. I lost my pup when I was 18, and I can't remember the age when I lost my mom. Probably wasn't too far after that. I wasn't super close with my dad's side.
Gotcha. Pop though, eh?
Yeah.
Pop. Pop sounds like a fucking, excuse me, Grandma Nan, an absolute tank. Pop's a badass name.
Right. What about you? What traditional grandpa or grandma?
Grandpa and granny.
Granny, nice.
Granny, yep.
Nice.
Can you let your granny ride the bus? You can't let your you can't get your granny off the bus. That's what it was. She would have kicked me for that one. Can you get your granny? It was like an old Scottish tune. So yeah, it was always granny for us, and it was Granny Soup. She was the architect of those soups, man. Oh, dude, you want to talk about data collection triggers? My brother made some like lentil thing because he's home now. He made some lentil thing in the crock pot. And I guess Granny, I didn't know back then. I didn't know what lentils were. Put lentils in her soup, but I didn't know. So my brother put some lentils in. I guess he spiced it in a similar way. But man, the smell come through the house when I walked in the door, I just got hit with the largest food trigger because it was what I was raised in and what planted the seed, some Samskara blockages of my food. Whole thing is like, I got encouraged to stuff my safe self to the brim and got lauded and encouraged to do it. And it tasted so good. It was made with so much love. So I smelt that and I went, what is that? Is great. Did go back from the grave and cook up some soup. Like what? And I was like, I had just straight up honest with my mom and brother. I was like floored. They were like, how's your day? I'm like, I can only think of soup right now. So I'm just going to watch this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be sitting on my hands. I'm in these last stages of this food disorder, addiction, whatever you want to call it. It's fallen away. I know the process. It is just gnarly. And I'm just sitting there going, I went and stuck my head in the pot just to give me it all. Fuck, dude. It was intense.
That's what they call exposure therapy.
Oh my God, dude. It was every cell in my body was screaming at me in mutiny. Go just take a ladle full of that. Just go do it. And again, there's nothing wrong if I did it, people. It's the attachment to it. Doesn't matter what you do. You drink 10 Cokes a day, I don't care. If you're attached to it, that's the problem. There is still that lingering attachment there. So, wow. It was life just going, you haven't smelt something like this in decades. And we're just going to You're on the cusp of just breaking through the barrier again, and here it is for you. What are you gonna do with it? And I was like, I'm gonna sit with it. Oh fuck, dude.
I'm gonna sit with it.
I'm gonna sit with it. I'm gonna sit on my hands. I'm gonna do it. I don't want it, but I'm gonna do
That got me good, man. It's because it's so relatable. It's I'm gonna do it.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, Gooby is in my live on Instagram. He goes, I agree. Doing your passion as a passion and willing to do it for free is the best way to enrich your soul. Thank you for checking out my work. Each skate has a story. Gooby. Oh, brother, I appreciate the love. I appreciate you joining in over here, man. I thank you so much, man.
He's such a good dude. He's such a good dude. French Canadian, first French Canadian joining our streams. Lorianne, she's Shadow Grandma because he has multiple grandparents, so the names he grannies by their dogs. I got the cool name. Toby, her husband, is Papa. There's also Papa, Granddad. There's Rico, Grandma, Gigi, and Nana. Wow. You guys got a lot of names buzzing over there. Must be the Scottish in us, all these names. What about Meme? Oh, that's a good one, Sharzy. Meemaw. That's a good one. That's what I got my nephew's calling my mom. She hated it at first. No Meemaw, but my friend is...
But my friend is Meemaw.
Oh, your friend is Meemaw. Okay, gotcha.
My aunt goes by Gigi.
Oh, okay, Gigi. That's interesting.
Right.
So fun.
Right.
Joel goes, my grandma was very impressed with your tilt. She legit watches as much or more than I do if I come over. It's not surprising to find her watching like the Wild versus the Blue Jackets in Ontario. She was like, you know what? He beat Lucic and Roman Polak, and she's a Leafs fan. Haha, dude. Holy shit, she's a fucking hockey fight fan. Dude. She's watching the Minnesota Wild versus the Blue Jackets on some random night in Ontario. Like, I don't even know who the Minnesota Wild were when I got drafted and I was a hockey fan. Like, I knew who they were, but I didn't watch a single game ever.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Dude, I still have my dad sending me videos, not just of you now. Like now it's opened up just this dialogue, but he just sends me flyers, Broad Street Bullies fights all the time. He goes, you should show these to Gabe, see if he knows who they are. I'm like, as a fight fan himself, I'm sure he does, and I'm not going to send him the 15 fights you just sent me. But once again, like, this is what this platform does. It gives him something to watch, something to listen to, and he goes, oh my gosh, that's so cool. He goes, I know that guy he fought. And then he gets all jazzed up and he gets to talk to his boy about it. It's really cool, man.
That's beautiful, man. Hey, we could have him on the stream some night and just do a straight like hockey tilt session and just get into all the nitty gritty stuff of that. That'd be fun. But
seeing John on a live stream would be probably the funniest thing ever.
Hell would freeze over before that happens, pretty much.
I don't think that he wouldn't, but I'd be worried about the things that come out of his mouth.
Oh, perfect. So Nan would be like, whoa, John.
Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, dude, talk about a random Tuesday and be like, yeah, he's got some nice tilts, this and that, and then name dropping who you beat and all those kind of things, man. That's wild. That's so cool. We got some Scottish love in the chat.
Seriously, Lisa Jude, 63% makes a lot of sense why we vibe, Lisa Jude, and that means Lynn's is it too. So Lorianne's loving that because she's so Scottish. Corey's going, come on now. I love being Scottish for sure. Only wish I had the accent. Me too. My mom lost her accent. How old was your mom when she lost her accent, Lorianne? Because I find that so fascinating between different people. My granny and grandpa came over together. My grandpa has dementia, still has an accent at 86. But I think that was also because they were very reclusive people. They really stuck to their own guns and stuck to themselves and didn't go out much. So I think when you're just around your spouse from there, you kept that accent. My mom never got it, but super interesting. Scottish accents sound so cool. Cody, namaste, welcome in, fellow wave. But not as Scottish, but still Scottish enough to be cool. Early teens, wow, damn. Yeah, I'm the type of person where I think I'd lose my accent going to another country because I cannot help but mimic other people. My mom always catches me. She's like, you're talking to Russian people, all of a sudden you start talking with a Russian accent, with like an English Russian accent. Like, she's like, stop doing that. It makes them sound dumb. I'm like, no, I can't help it. I'm trying to like show them I care and I resonate with them.
Dude, I started watching Shorzy and talking to you, and I can't like, and I think I've always thought hockey players have the coolest like lingo, slang, like the cadence in which they talk, and like I actively have to fight not to like do it all the time because like I find it to be so cool because like it's the mirror neurons, right? You hear
Mm.
something, it's catchy. Like also a question about Scottish is like Canada like a lot of Scottish descent? Is
I
that
think so.
like we had England? Did you guys get like Scotland?
We got England a lot too, but I think we did get a lot of Scotland. Like there's so many names up here that I'm being raised in Canada. I'm like, those are Canadian names. Come to find out, Tobermory, Scotland. Calgary, like everything is basically a freaking Scottish name over here.
Wow, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And that's where I think I'm going to go. I think I'm not going to go do those book events like in New York or whatever. I canceled those, save the money because I want to go to Scotland. I think right at the end of July. Mom's going over there for her long trip, going to a Gaelic college and the whole thing, immersing herself in it. But I might go just for like on a cheap flight, a flight scanner. I found some flights, like not crazy. Get over there and just be there for a little brief time because I've never been there with her, and I was supposed to go there with my mom to get a tattoo and everything. And it's only 6 hour time difference and change. It won't mess me up too bad, but I think I'm going to do that because I'm not going to have much opportunity once the course or our training block program gets going. By the way, Ben, I spoke a lot about that last night, and the waves in here were fired up about it. Shari was like sending me voice notes, like I'm so in. Whatever you want me to help, like I'm down to beta test. We got Shari, we got Erica, and I think there's somebody else, but I know at least we got 2 beta testers through, and I made sure that they got to be. We need people to do it. Like when we open up the full training program, people can stop and start at their own leisure, but ideally the beta testers could get it done in a 12-week period. There's a room for a couple of days off in there for 12 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if Dana's still in here. I'd love Dana to be getting.
I would love Dana too, but who knows? We see if he's
Yeah, and once again, that's not putting on like it's so thankful for anybody who's volunteering
right.
to jump on the training blocks and stuff like that because it's like
Yeah.
I know for us what we're thinking of is like how can we impact just the people who have served us and stuff like that. So just that kind of thing is like our way of hopefully giving back in a way that is meaningful and connection, but no pressure to anybody. But obviously this community is lights out, or I should say lights on. So.
Lights on. No, but I totally resonate with you. I would love if Dana would do it. That'd be awesome. But I explained to him too, we're going to lean into the athletes. And then we'll do the first responders later. But as long as people are coming to us, if first responders are coming to us, we ain't turning them away at half price. That's for damn sure. That's a special thing.
Word of mouth special.
Exactly. Word of mouth special, as long as they're okay with the athlete language, which really just in your brain sub out fire hall or whatever. It won't be that big of a change. But
we got Lisa Jude asking a question.
Oh, do you just need athletes? Absolutely not, Lisa Jude, because this is a course for truly everyone, but we have to market it and sell it for athletes because that's my like ICP or ICP. That's my lived experience, right? So it's truly, though, it's for anybody. It's just with athlete language, Lisa Jude. So if we made one for Lisa Jude, it would be, single mom working as a cleaning. We'd put the language to that. But right now it's to, talking to like an athlete, talking about like lingo, like the field and the sport and the game film room and the tape and all these things. So it is truly for anybody. Of course, we'd like athletes, but really the only athlete part is the athlete mindset, right, Ben?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just that commitment, right? And that's the thing too, is like just in full transparency, like when it comes like the community and stuff like that, like it's not going to be like a very spiritual community. That's not at least in the beginning. We don't know where it goes from there, but it's going to be once again, it's going to be like in the beginning stages of like athletes who are just figuring out this kind of stuff. Corey Katina, when will it be ready to need testing? July 15th is our temp, kind of our goal right now is July 15th to open for beta. But yeah, we won't be like talking about that on social media and stuff like that. That's just kind of for the community right now. But
yes, it's only for all your benefit only. And Ben, I was talking to them. I'm like, it's a pretty rare opportunity. I mean, of course, we're going to be working through stuff, but you guys, I think, can all tell me and Ben are pretty dialed and passionate about this stuff. So it's going to be pretty polished. But you're going to get this course, which we think is life-changing. Obviously, we talk about a lot of high-level concepts here and stuff. This is the step backwards to really walk people through it that are really maybe not into too much meditation yet or these principles yet. So, but I was like, we're going to be doing at least 2 community calls, maybe 3, and we're going to run them like our normal schedule for the course, so we get used to it, we get good at it. So you're going to get, 3 hours at least a week on a small group call, me, Ben, and how many of us? 3 of us, 4 of us that are doing this beta testing. Like, it's going to be intimate, and you're going to get a fuck ton of free value. I mean, at full price, this course is $4,000 and then $50 a month after 6 months for the stay in the community. You're going to get beta testing for free and a ton of access with us. So it could be a transformational 80 days.
And you know what I was even thinking? Corey Coutinho said, might be interested. Let me see how the next couple weeks goes. Absolutely. Love that. Hell yeah.
Ben did mention that. He goes, Corey Coutinho is going through a little injury now, has a little time on his hands, maybe.
Might be once again, like, I'm not putting myself into his shoes. Like, we're not selling shit. But like, talking about how this would have happened when you were going through your injury, when you just had like the force retire, like that's who it's built for. So Corey, actually, like, it's literally built for exactly where you're at. So yeah, but if that lines up with you, for sure, we'd love to have.
Well, that's because he was worried that he's not gonna be able to play like goalie again. It's like, brother, fuck that shit. You're going back to play. But this will help that mindset for sure.
This next podcast coming out, you're gonna be playing goalie again.
Oh God, great callback. Corey Coutinho, you listened to Aaron Volpatti's one? Holy shit!
Coming up this week.
Oh baby, that's a hell of a pot. Okay, wow, yeah, the visualization in there. Ooh, the healing. Okay, wow.
Don't forget to listen to this week's podcast too. I don't want to.
Yeah, please listen to our boy Ben
next week.
Please, Ben. Yes. What was I going to say there? Corey. Oh, and it's only 15 to 30 minutes out of your day for 80 days. Like, it's not a huge commitment. It's very, very doable. That's the whole point. Again, most people are going to be living their lives, not just losing their shit in their mom's basement like I did. So you're going to have to integrate it into your life, and that's the best way to do it anyway. Lorianne had a share here. She went to Scotland when she was 4. I remember walking to bingo, my great grandma washing my doll and drying her by the fire, my drunk uncle coming home with fish and chips, the smell and talking to my great grandma's neighbor, and my butt itching but not wanting to scratch it. LOL. Wow. You dream in vivid detail and you daydream in vivid detail. That is some good memory right there, girl. I love the last part. That was really visceral, because that's like, God, how many times have I want to do that when meditating? Okay, so we answered that. Oh my God, Lori, that's a vivid memory. Lorianne was traumatized. Well, you were traumatized by a couple things, but also the fish and chips there is probably a nice smell. Corey, will depend on if the time and if I end up going to Australia. I was thinking that I might depend on that. I believe you can play goalie again. Just believing you can. Amen. I'll PM you later about it. Got to run for a bit. Namaste, brother. Thank you so much for joining for the little bit. And Shari said something about spirituality up here, I think.
She did. That is always the best way to ease in spiritual. It will naturally move for some. I think helping people to feel and learn first, consciousness grows through it all. And you know what? I think it's like religion too. Like, you talk about Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, anything. It's all labeling. If someone hears something about spirituality, they go, no, that's woo-woo, that's weird. Like, there's an energy that comes with that. It's the power of language. And so that's why, like, we say, like, it's a step back, but it's really just kind of how I'm going to keep it in kind of athlete language here for the purpose too. It's really just revisiting fundamentals. So like, even if you have a spiritual practice, even if you have a meditation practice, like, following this is like you're not like going backwards. It's just, you're kind of retracing your steps and then solidifying a practice, maybe finding something that you can integrate into your practice. But yeah, that's what I really love about this, is it's kind of a mixture of me and Gabe's experience of like, I came in with like, I just need to get like 10 to 15 minutes a day in, and whatever grows from there. And then it becomes kind of like a lifestyle kind of thing. But it started with 10 to 15 minutes every single 5. Sometimes it was like 2 to 3 minutes every single day when it first started.
100%. But yeah, we're leaning into the athlete because, and I think Shari was talking about it, there's so much content being made about it. My team, Komodo guys, sent me a video of another guy who's his niche is he's trying to connect employers to hockey players and athletes that have high work ethic and all the intangibles from their sport. So that's another guy we could partner with, to be like, hey, not only are you looking at this high quality candidate, they went through the next arena living from the zone. That just is an extra check mark on their thing of how serious they are about their work on themselves, right?
Oh my God, absolutely.
And speaking of which, I showed Ben today, but I'm just fired up to show everybody because I got this merch that I made. I think it's just freaking sweet. I'm fired up about it. More than just an athlete, people. See this? More than just an athlete. And then that's the project too. Born from athletes, worn by everyone, living from the zone. And then we put the Wiz Khalifa black and yellow.
You know what? You know what it is?
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun building those out. But yeah, more than just an athlete. More than just an athlete. We are.
I love your vibes, man. I'm rocking the sweatshirt.
I know you've been rocking it every live. I love it.
I love this, dude. I like this is such a comfort. I never really messed with the stuff down the sleeves, and ever since I saw you do it, and then I obviously got it, so I'm like, there's a vibe to this. This is. I'm feeling. I'm not gonna say it, but I feel like I'm bringing sexy back.
Oh shit, Ben Myers, man, did you hear that?
I think I dropped one F-bomb and she got out of here. She said that's
got
a
the hell
shock
out
to
of
my
here.
system.
Oh gosh,
You hearing that? She goes sex. What did I say? I'm not bringing sexy back. Sexy never left.
Sharesi's loving that. You're getting Sharesi laughing. That's when you know you're being funny. This guy's got a cultured, fine wine sense of humor here. Cody says the logo's sick. I appreciate you, Cody. Appreciate that. It's fun been making that. And like, is that Darren Dreger? Darren Dreger 2016. Is that the real Darren Dreger joining the live stream and the Instagram? Namaste, brother. If that is you, I'm pretty sure it is. Hope to hit you up soon about the book. Hope the family's well. Hope you're doing well. Big hockey media guy there.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, I used to just watch him on TSN. It's just, you know, it's probably ESPN for you, right? Just those certain anchors that just like hit different. Like there's a whole row of them for me growing up, right?
I do know who you're talking about. I was
You
like,
know Darren Dreger?
Name, and I was like, wait a second. And then once you said what he did, I was like, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely.
Darren Dreger. There you go. Look at you plugging into hockey.
Dude, I grew up, my dad was a huge, I grew up watching football, obviously, and basketball, all the things that I played, but like my dad is a huge hockey fan. So like I grew up watching a lot of Flyers. And then a lot, like obviously like Stanley Cup. So like I was watching a lot, like you're talking the Red Wings, like I was watching hockey when the Red Wings were just Red Winging all over the Red Wings, Avalanche, Devils, like all of that's like that era. Yeah. The Sabres were wicked good. Those were our like biggest rivals for a while. Sabres were nasty. Dominic Hasek was a tendy boy. Yeah, wow.
I think a lot of people, you know, a lot of people say he was the best goalie of all time, and it's hard not to agree with that. He's got the highest save percentage, I think, and everything. But he has been so vocal in retirement. He's Czech, and he obviously Czech and Russia have their heated rivalry, let's say. And he's been very vocal about Russia. He's just like, he just is shooting flamethrowers every day on social media about Russia. They should not be in any competition. They are like ripping Ovechkin for supporting Putin, all that stuff. He's going at it. So, guy's a fighter in the crease and in life. That's for sure.
I don't think he gets like, once again, I'm just kind of reimmersing myself, I should say, into like the hockey world a little bit. I just don't think Dominic Hasek gets the love he deserves. Like they don't talk about him ever.
Not enough.
Ever. I don't ever hear anything about him, but he was an average goalie, but worked his nuts off.
Two-time Stanley Cup champion.
Put
One-time Olympic best goalie, under 20 World Junior best goalie, two-time World Championship best goalie, three-time World Championship All-Star. What else has he got here? Two-time NHL Most Valuable Player as a goalie twice.
Wild.
Two-time Ted Lindsay Award winner those 2 seasons. Three-time lowest goals against. First-team All-Star 6 times. Six-time Vezina. Damn, this guy is, and I think he has the highest career for over a certain amount of games played. I think he has the highest save percentage. Let's see here. Yeah, 922. Back when there was so much scoring, 389 wins, 223 losses, 220 goals against average over 16 seasons, 922 save percentage. That is stupid. And in the playoffs, 925.
That's so nuts.
That is crazy back in that era. And he was only 6 foot. Like mental, dude. Mental.
Is there anybody in the league now that reminds you of his skill set?
I guess the only guy you could maybe, I guess, Saros or on Nashville or Shesterkin. Saros is probably more athletic. Shesterkin probably reads the play better. But yeah, but nobody he was just doing. They're so technical now, right? He was just doing the crazy shit, and that's what Jason Spezza would say about when I was in that car ride with him up to the Leafs weekend. I got 2.5 hours there and back with Jason Spezza. It was like the best hockey chats of my life, and he's just like, that's what made Price so good, Gabe. He's like, he was so technical, he was so big, but he just had the secret sauce to like throw out the crazy technique and just do something you don't expect to make you stop a puck or to stop you. Like, he's just like, that's what makes goalie special. That's what Dominic Hasek had. Holy cow.
Yeah, I remember it because I think Sharzy just said it, very sloppy compared to his competition. I remember them talking about him, like saying like he wasn't like a conventional goalie. Like he just he could be out of position by typical metric standards or whatever, but like it was his style that made which made it obviously so hard to score on because like he was so comfortable in wherever he played, how he played it. And it was so like that's what I remember the narrative being around him then. And when Sharzy said that, I was like, I do remember hearing a bunch of that stuff, but I remember watching him and hating the Buffalo, loving the Buffalo Sabres because didn't Matthew Barnaby play for the Sabres?
Oh yeah. That
was, once again, Philly loved fighting everything, and Matthew Barnaby was like the most hated. Him and Ty Domi were like the two most hated people I remember back in those days for us.
For sure. Yeah, I totally agree with you. We forget about this guy too much. It's just those numbers are nuts.
They're insane.
Like, what is even Marty Brodeur? Like, Marty Brodeur played on the same team that was always so defensive. What was his career save percentage here? It's got to be similar, but NHL 912, 10 points lower. I mean, he did play so many games, like 8 more seasons or six more seasons.
Is he the all-time games played as a goalie?
I'm going to check that, but I think he's close. He's definitely has the record for shutouts.
Yeah. The shutout.
He's got to have, I think he has the wins record, 691. But he played 1,266 games. How many? Patrick Roy, there's no way he played as many.
Hey, Cam, how we doing, brother?
Oh, Spiritual Dadsy's in the house. Getting back in the groove. The Meat Monkey spacesuit's starting to agree with him a little bit again.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was kind of growing up, anybody outside the Flyers, I liked Patrick Roy. Roy was it? And wasn't he? He's coaching now, right?
Yeah, we got fired with like 4 games after the season, which was a crazy play. Seems like the coolest coach ever, but he played 19 seasons, 200 less games than Brodeur, just slightly less in save percentage and stuff. But I think most people would say they'd rather take Roy or Hasek. I think Brodeur just has like kind of the records. I think I'd honestly take Hasek out of the 3 of them.
Yeah. Once again, those were like our biggest rivals. I remember watching him the most and kind of hating him the most. I'm like, he's so fucking good, like insanely good. Yeah.
And he was he was like Brodeur and Roy are different cats. Roy was very outgoing. Brodeur is quieter, but I think Hasek was like a fucking little hobbit from Czech Republic weirdo. Like, he was a different cat.
Well, that's kind of the goalie's reputation, right? Like the goalies are like always kind of weird. Isn't that like kind of like I'm not saying like everyone is, but like isn't that kind of like the thing is like goalies are fucking weird.
Dominic Hasek's legendary weirdness combines superhuman anticipation with chaotic, floppy, unorthodox save the techniques and extreme personal eccentricities, making him one of the most enigmatic figures in NHL history. Whether it was fashion choices, his daily routine, or his in-game antics, the Dominator lived by his own rules.
Dominator. What a name, too. What a fucking nickname.
One of the in-game antics and styles is the bird watch. I thought this was going to be about watching birds in the locker room, but no, apparently what were called during a game where the Red Wings were dominating on the offensive end while the play was far away. Hasek was spotted lazily trying to catch a flying bird in the arena rafters. Oh God! Oh, there's a cool video here, 9 minutes long though, but it's like when NHLers were asked about Dominic Hasek, about how good he was, and they all just start going, "Man, watching his highlight tapes, The slinky spine. Opponents expected goalie stay on their feet, but Hasek flopped, twisted, and dropped his stick. His contortions look reckless, but they're deeply calculated tricks designed to bait shooters and seal off the net. Oh, God. Letting goals in on purpose just to mess with everyone and break the monotony of a stoppage-free game. What the fuck? It's amazing.
That's so awesome, dude. We had Cam say Brodeur was great, but his records are due to the team in front of him in the system, and then his opinion is Wah is best all time.
Okay.
I wish I could have been real American and said Roy is best all time.
I used to say that too. But yeah, I'd say that's a fair.
I agree.
That's a fair assessment. Okay, that was his on ice stuff. Personality, off ice quirks, the count. Long before he established his legacy as the best in the league, he showed up for a road trip wearing his overcoat with arms not through the sleeves and only the top button done, resembling a medieval vampire. Teammates immediately dubbed him the Count, a nickname that disappeared the moment he proved his greatness on the ice.
Oh, that's so good.
The lost gear. For defense, used to tell stories of Hasek would routinely forget his equipment on the team bus in Czech Republic. He would show up without pads or sticks, forcing the team to borrow minor hockey gear that was too small for him, and he'd still go out and win the game.
That's so good.
Oh, this is amazing. Time management. Hasek marched to the beat of his own drum is notoriously always the last one on the team bus. When confronted by coaches about his chronic tardiness, he would stubbornly refuse to apologize, claiming instead that his expensive watch was displaying a completely different time. This sounds like Scherzy's like best friend.
Yeah, it sounds like, oh, that's so funny. It's so true.
Not to say you're tardy, Scherzy, but just like a goofball.
Oh man, that's so good. I'm so glad he got brought up. I'm so glad we're deep diving into him.
And I always wondered why he wore that weird helmet. He wore like a hockey helmet, and most goalies are very superstitious, but he never chose a different traditional goalie helmet because from childhood, because he hated the feeling of anything new or different touching his face when he was sweating.
I get that.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah, we all have a little OCD in us to some extent.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you deal with that at all at some point in your life?
That's like my life now.
Okay.
That stuff I work through, like changing. So when it comes back to like the food and stuff, it's a lot of like that kind of thing. Like I'm working through it, but like the way clothes feel on me, the way things change, like, but the specific of him saying while he sweats is what I get the most. It's like, it's not so much like I can deal with like the sweatshirt on or whatever, but like if I start sweating and then like it's the nuances of things that like feel like the magnifying glass is on. But yeah, I really Shares, he said, all I can think about is Snoop Dogg apologizing for being late for chicken wings.
I didn't even know about that. All I know about Snoop Dogg, he's a very interesting cat. He stayed out of the gang stuff, but he has like a guy who gets paid $80,000 a year to roll his joints at an elite level.
At an elite level.
Like just height.
What a job. I think Wiz Khalifa's got a good one too. I think Seth Rogen did, but I think he talked about like he wanted to roll his own. I can't remember, but
I was sitting out eating fruit the other day and I get out of the door and just not even a, hey, how are you? Nothing. There's just a group of interesting characters sitting out there and they're just like, you got any papers or something? I'm like, what the hell is that? And they all started dying laughing. I'm like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. I got pineapple though. Bird Packy. Riley, is that who you're saying hi to? Namaste, brother. Welcome in.
Birdman.
What is up, chat? Snoop Dogg is very gang affiliated. Okay, but Sharzy, I think, of course, he talks about it, Crips and all that stuff, but he stays out of it. He always talks like Snoop and Biggie. Tupac and Biggie. They get into it. You can't be saying that shit. He kind of always is in enough to capitalize on the culture. Then he knows how to fade to the background.
Yeah, I forget the story he told, but like somebody kind of let him know the way he was talking about when he was out somewhere with, was it Nas and Tupac or whatever, and like somebody's like, yo, they let him go. Like, nah, like whatever Snoop was saying was like, no, they gave him a pass. Like it was, people were like ready to draw on shit. Like it was crazy. Like he's involved, but like I think as of now, like now he's chilling, shooting commercials like Martha Stewart shit, who's also a G. Don't get me wrong, Martha Stewart.
Yeah, big time G. She's done her time.
Absolutely. Look at you creating jobs, Sharzy.
This guy Riley's doing his highest excitement. It looks like his photography page on Instagram shot 4 lacrosse games on Sunday, over 200, 300 photos a day. Look at you, dude. That
Ripping.
must be a passion of yours. I didn't know that was something you did. That's beautiful, my man.
Ripping.
Look at you creating job, Sharzy. Wow, I'm getting is somebody eating sushi out there? Like, what is that smell? Somebody's cooking something out there. Maybe that's Topper's Pizza floating up through the damn floorboards. Holy shit.
That voice is coming out again.
Yeah,
I know what to do.
Oh, holy, okay, somebody has to be eating garlic bread out there. What the hell, man? Hey, that's part of them. It's just data collection, people. Data collection at all times. Time is money, and I'm a lazy stoner. Never learned to roll. Always made my friends do it. Always carried a bong with me. Okay, well, that's how Sharzy rolled. My brother is the roller. My brother is like, when I went down to Guatemala, when I was struggling to do those shrooms and everything, my brother was just on repeat. I didn't see him for 1 second not sitting there rolling tobacco, weed spliffs, just nonstop. So everybody's just different, right? You always have that. You always need a mix in your friend group. You need I guess with weed people, you need the roller, you need all this. My cousin who just came over from Scotland and visited and went back, he every year, listen to this for like man time and vulnerable, guy time. Okay. Each one of them, I think there's 5 of them, takes $50 and puts it in an account every month over a year period and builds up an account. And then they're one friend who's loaded, like way, way rich, and he's a financial guy and will not pay a cent over what he should for anything. They give him all the money goes to a credit card that he manages, and then he plans whatever trip, Prague, Malaga, Spain, whatever, right? They just go boys it up wherever they go and just get shit-faced and watch football and do their thing. But none of them ever have to think about a thing. All they got to do is show up to the airport when they get the itinerary. The guy has the whole trip planned out. They have one card. When they pay for anything, boop, we're done. It sounds incredible.
That does sound awesome.
These guys are dialed, man. Dialed.
I don't know if there's any. Well, what's funny? You're probably like, other than my family, was like, you're the only person in the world I'd probably trust that much at this stage of my life. I'm like, yeah, that person, I'd let him do that kind of shit with that kind of money. But that's insane. Like, do you know how many guys go?
5, I think. 5.
5, you say? Oh my god!
Right? They're all childhood friends too. Like they all grew up in the same street, so the trust is like bone deep.
That's wild. That's a really cool idea. Like sometimes we forget like we can do shit like that in life. Like I know I do.
Literally.
Oh god.
Lynn's is drooling over the pizza. My buddy Zach can do it blindfolded. Okay. Well, that sounds like you smoked a lot of splits with him. Bird Packy. It's more sports photography I like. I enjoy sports, not good enough to play. So I came to the conclusion the only way to stay around was to be a photographer, and I'm glad. I love talking to the players between games. Everyone was awesome. Lax is a crazy sport. Curtis, did you play Lax growing up, brother? First of all, that is awesome, dude. I absolutely love that. Love that, how you just found a place for yourself around the game that you really enjoy and the connections you make with people. Beautiful. But god damn, do I wish I could say yes to that question. My dad's sport was baseball, so that was his favorite thing. So of course I was playing that first. But yeah, if I could have swapped one sport, I would have swapped baseball for lacrosse. It would have been a hell of a lot better hockey player. I know Ben liked his baseball. I did not like it. I just liked only the defensive side. Me and Ben vibe with that.
I went out for lacrosse one season. I made it 1 week because talk about helmets. The helmet gave me the worst headaches I've ever had in my life. Well, no, I used to get migraines, but it used to just pinch me in all the wrong ways. And it was just probably the wrong fitted helmet. There's no question about it. But I was like, nope, I'm done. And I didn't play it. Lacrosse is tough, dude. Like I grew up playing baseball. Like I have really good hand-eye coordination, but there was something about the mask, catching it and then throwing it. I played for a week. What did I expect? But it's tough. But how cool to know where you're at and be like, I'm going to go photographer. I'm gonna go shoot it and stuff like that. I love that, man. Following passion, that's a good reminder to people. Like, hey, if you can't get in the traditional way of doing hold on 1 second.
This isn't mine though.
Is he your dad's?
Yeah, and it's a lefty glove, so I can't use it to play catch, but I can do this. Holy fuck. Still smells like him, man.
That's wild.
Like
That's
it's like that leathery baseball smell that I remember him chewing on seeds. It's not like his smell, but it's like mixed with baseball. Wow.
what a cool memory, like memorabilia type thing just to have.
Show me yours.
Say that again.
That's what she said.
Same thing. Mine's
Mr.
Wilson.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, I didn't catch that it's the same Mizuno.
No, yours is mine's Wilson.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was W. I
No.
looked at the M.
No, dude, this thing I've had since I played in. I think I got it when I was in like 8th grade, 7th grade. I love this thing, man. Oh,
It'd be that sounds so nice and broken in.
it's so broken. I've had it restrung a couple times because I broke it through catching something. But yeah, oh my god,
Dude, we're gonna play some catch.
That's like one of the most meditative things I think you can do in this world is have a catch.
Just throw our shoulders out and just have a catch game.
I remember 10 years ago I was throwing the football with my sister's old boyfriend, and I was then 28, and I like my shoulder was out. Like I was like, I can't ever throw again. I don't know if I could now, but dude,
I would just, I knew I had a cannon and I would just never warm up. I'd just pick up the ball and just fucking gun it. And my shoulder's just torched. If I pick up a football and throw it any over 50%, my arm's going to hurt. Like it's so bad. I don't know how those guys, I mean, it's kind of like the guys who fight a million times and never get CTE. And then there's a guy who fights twice and gets CTE. Like, I guess some people just have different structures. Dana's saying you were built to pitch, Gabriel. I agree with you, but I didn't have that fast twitch power that I think you need to get to the upper echelon of heat. And I didn't have any special stuff either. I think, Ben, you're bigger bone than me and you're a pitcher, dude. I think you could probably throw some heat.
I stopped pitching in 8th or 9th grade. So, I mean, I have an arm for sure. I mean, I played quarterback and stuff like that. It was just like one of those, I was just one of those kids that just had a strong arm.
Mm-hmm,
but to get to once again, the next level of pitching, I was a first baseman. Like I was like, if there's one thing I was good at, like I was good. I was a great, I say this humbly, but like looking back, I was like, if I could have went to the next level anywhere and maybe been something, I think it would have been playing first base in baseball.
I love that. I love the nice scoop out of the ground. But hey, Bird Packy, I appreciate you calling me out. That's the kind of accountability I like to hear here. Let's get into his thought about your photography because I think I interrupted with the baseball glove.
Curse, you lost Ben's thought about my photography.
Yeah, remember you were talking about like he shared this about just his getting into a passion and stuff. I think I interrupted by showing you my glove.
Oh no, well. That's the thing. It's like getting into lost Ben's thought. I thought you were saying, Curtis, you lost.
No.
Ben's thought about the photography is like not going the traditional route and still being able to follow your highest excitement, right? It's like, hey, there's something here, but like let me say, like, what's another avenue I can use my creative brain to be involved in a different way that's unique to me? Like, you get to be around it, you get to do it, you get to shoot it, you get to do all of those type of things. And I think there's just so many opportunities. And why that resonates with me is because I grew up my whole life saying I wanted to help people. And I applied for all of these jobs and I worked as a direct support staff. I was literally and figuratively wiping asses to help people and get paid below minimum wage. Like, and it starts to get really like, I can't do this the rest of my life. When you ask yourself, how can I do the things I love, but uniquely in my way? That is, I think, the superpower that like, and you're going to fail a whole bunch of times. Like, it's just going to be like, that doesn't work. But like, I love that Birdman. I love that. Especially like, it's not professional sports. It's like, no, some junior lacrosse. And do you know how probably cool that is for the lacrosse people to get shot by like a photographer and stuff like that and to chop it up with you? That's probably so cool. I love that.
We all have something that we can do that we're put here to do. And I swear we just follow our heart, follow that yearning for happiness in your chest. It'll just take you where you're supposed to go. Truly. I keep seeing lately, like all my highest excitement, like talking about that, our training thing yesterday. And then all the content I'm seeing about how the world's going to live events and human connection. It's just like, oh man, feels like it's just made for us, Ben. The moment is just made for what we're excited about doing and bringing energy to people.
I used to coach co-ed softball team for my work, and my dad played for us from 65 to 75 years old and was the best pitcher in the league. My sister played as well and was a great memory to play together. Time spent, right? And it's even times like these, like this is exchange of energy, live events and things like that. Like
Exactly.
But I agree with you, Gabes. I think like the world is just yearning for more physical interaction, for more live interaction, for more like we've talked about, like streaming. Like it's going to be channels. Like I don't know. Me and you talked about this, right? About how it's going to be like block schedules for like, hey, I'm going to tune in to watch Gabe's at 2:00 doing this, and Ben's going to be, oh my gosh, Ben's playing basketball today at 3. I'm going to like, it's going to be like live television all of the time.
Gosh,
just release your schedule and be like, hey, this is where I'll be. Like, this is what it looks like.
Sounds like a freaking bus driving around North America to me one day, baby. Dana, I would tease players. It's hard to be a stick boy. Only 64 of us in NHL and so many others. Hey, that's a prized position, brother. That is way more exclusive than me ever playing the show.
Isn't that like perspective? But like to say like I tease players, like it's true. Like they have a set of skills, you have a set of skills, but like there's only 64 spots. That's awesome, dude. I love that.
What? So I'm just going to type this into Gemini. What are the odds to be one of the 64 stick boys in the NHL? I know that I did it with whatever, it's approximate. When I did it for my book, being from Newmarket, playing single A and double A most of my life, being a multi-sport athlete, having athletic parents, put all these variables in and stuff. And it said 1 in 5,000, you play 50 games in the NHL. I was like, that's not as crazy as I thought, but still picking that out of a hat. I knew it was going to happen, so that's crazy. That part's crazy.
Say 1 in 5,000.
1 in 5,000.
I feel like that's low ball.
That's what I did. Yeah. So this it has to be low ball because now this is saying. Okay, so now this is saying. Oh, this is probably not going to be able to give us one. The odds of playing the NHL are roughly 1 in 4,000 for someone who plays organized minor hockey, with only about 0.02% of youth players ever making a career of playing in the league, with roughly 760 active roster spots across 32 teams, making the cut is an extreme statistical anomaly. So 1 in 4,000 for me to play 50 games was 1 in 5,000. It said approximately. So yeah, I mean, give or take 5 is a lot, but I think we always think it's worse, but there's not that many kids that play hockey then. That's the thing. Like it's not as widespread as football, soccer, basketball.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And
it's an elitist sport at the end of the day. You have to be middle to upper class to play, or if you're lower, like mid to lower class, fuck, your parents are working to allow you to play hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Linz, our team has a few photographers, a videographer. I've noticed multiple players be appreciative of them, and I know as a fan, it's very appreciated to see our team in creative manner. So cool you get to do that, Bird Packy. Amen, Riley. And that's the thing I was seeing too with sports teams are going to become like film studios. Because it's all about live events are going I think it's going to be $8.8 trillion market sporting. So it's like sports that like this guy's talking sports are going to have their own movies they're going to be putting out about their players and teams and stuff. It's so smart storytelling. That is so cool.
I was having this idea and surprise, I was watching a show about hockey. I won't no free ads here. But I was watching a show about hockey. It's the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs and It's Shoresy, and all I kept thinking about like how it's this small town in Sudbury, Ontario.
I did not know there were Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's a stupid name, but that's funny. Yeah, it's a northern Ontario town, way up there.
So Ontario, right? So like, but like it's this as they so lovingly call it, senior whale shit hockey. But like the thing is like, shares like no free ads, Ben. But like it's this literally like senior AAA team, right? That gets this cult following in Sudbury, all these things. But like, I keep thinking about like what you're talking about is like, that can be the only things that's different from like the big leagues is the public, like the publication, the eyes on it. Well, you start telling really good stories, you start bringing in people that care. The Savannah Bananas, like it's just community. It
Yes.
is all it is community.
Yes.
So like, say me and you were like, what if we wanted to focus on one junior team and just like highlight the ever living shit out of them and like make them the coolest thing to watch? And all of a sudden, like, people go, I don't really care if I make it to the pros. Like, I want that experience. Kids don't want to make it to the pros. They want to make it to juniors because of that story. That kind of stuff.
You're making me think now. Imagine we convince one of these teams to do our program.
Dude,
and make a whole fucking TV series about it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got to start making some pitches. And so it all happens when it starts. I've seen, clearly being a hockey player is one thing, but like you got to then add the book is out, the podcast is out, the training program's out, all those ticks next to your name start to go, oh, okay, we want to have him come speak. He's not just former tough guy fighter. He's doing all this too. But it's like we start getting these things under our belt and we start sending out, people start seeing what we're doing, the impact starts happening. People are going to, there are going to be some opportunities we can't even think of yet that are going to be so good.
Dude, and that's the thing is like, I'm on this path, right? Because once again, I go by somebody like you. It's not how do we get to the top of the top of the top. My whole thing is, how do I make this sexy? Like, how do I make the everyday life, what most people can relate to? How do we make that? I'm just going to use the term sexy because that's the words I'm using right now. But like, how do we make that lovable? How do we like romanticize the achievable shit that most people can relate to so they can enjoy their lives? So they can like literally be like, oh, I can do that. I am doing that. I see other people doing it too. Like, that's the shit. It's like, it doesn't have to be all this exclusive stuff. Like, let's talk about the anxieties. Let's talk about the highs, the lows, and stuff like that. Like, tell stories. I'm getting juiced up.
That's the challenge though, brother, right? Like, why does Spit and Chicklets sell? Why does the Nelk Boys? Why does whatever, all these Shoresy, whatever it is? Because it speaks to the ego. Whereas what we work on is the exact opposite. So it's always going to be harder to market to that. But it's the trick in the art is doing it in a way that, like you always talk about, not sell your soul to make content, but it touches to the right parts of the person's ego to bring them to the place we want to go. I think now that we're doing this more and the way the book's going, the book's becoming so not spiritual. Like, it's so not spiritual. It's crazy because that's what's needed. That's what speaks to the people that's going to bring them along to the journey, right? So that's the challenge of making content the way you do and we do, Ben, is that people want the neon streamer who's just saying outrageous things and doing and what's his name, Aiden Ross, doing crazy shit, having OnlyFans models on. That's what the ego wants, and that's what keeps people trapped.
Absolutely. I'm going to read some of these first because I'm going to get really lost in the sauce in a second. And I want to highlight the love in here. Oh my gosh, kids that are in our juniors that don't make it to the NHL and have to retire for whatever reason, they definitely need to support with the change.
Yes.
Bird Packy. My favorite junior league and junior C, PJHL,
provincial
junior hockey league. We have a local team and it's a fantastic Friday night at the rink. Sudbury Saturday nights. Junior team can give them your course as a leaving option. This stuff, this stuff gets me juiced because it's like, yeah, the ego wants to be like, no, I sat in the Flyers locker room and talked to Daniel Vladar about his whatever. Like, cool, yeah, but I'm also a 38-year-old man. I'm no longer like romanticizing sitting in like, I'm older than everybody in the league except for like Ovi and Sid. Like, I'm the same age as Sid. Like, so like to me, it's like, how do we go back and like just going to juniors and like that would be so cool. Like, I think that is. Get me. I'm somebody like you.
Oh, dude, you're speaking my language. That's for sure. This is what I was going off on yesterday, and the excitement was just pouring out of me because I was just talking about all the different things and how fired up. Shari was so fired up from it. It was really cool. Went to resonate with the fellow so like that.
Dude, I'm convinced we should do it with now this might be like with a female hockey team to start.
Oh, fuck
Like
yeah.
show so much, like talk about romanticize a fucking like sort of like make it the cool, like get it so juiced up about that kind of stuff. It would be so
we gotta put a spotlight on the women's hockey in Canada. Like there's a PWHL now and it's awesome, but there's barely any pathways to it. You gotta walk a fucking tightrope to get there. And these girls who have played high level all growing up and then their friends get scholarships and they're down to the last weekend. I went and spoke to a team before their last tournament where if they didn't get scouted, their careers were over. They were having meltdowns on the ice, mental health breakdowns. You got to highlight stuff like that, but it's getting people to be vulnerable to share that. I mean, good thing we're nice, lovely guys. We have to share some content that makes the female meat monkey spacesuits comfortable, that we could go in there and do that, that we're just souls in bodies and we don't have issues with any of that. You know, we got to prove ourselves here. Oh, yeah. But to get them to be vulnerable with that is tough though, because it's hard for people to be vulnerable like that unless they see there's going to be a benefit from it social wise and all that stuff, you know. So it's hard to get people to, you know, imagine you going through the shower breakdown with a camera in your face.
Right. Yeah. Ben Legier, welcome in, my friend. I agree. And like I think that's the thing too, is it's all about trust. It's all about building that type of thing. That's why we do what we do. And obviously with your experience, like I say, I'm this somebody like you of like, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm this person who's like jumped from job to job, felt like a piece of shit at certain jobs. Like I have a different life experience, which people relate to. And go into the hockey world, you bring that along with your lived experience of going through that system. I mean, like, hey, like I can relate to you on this level, like being able to sit with people in those moments. And once again, not for the cameras to sit there and get them in the moments of whatever. It's to document, not even just document, but like the highlight the highs, the lows, and like well, I'm gonna keep saying romanticize because there's beauty in all of it.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the art. And hopefully we get to the point where, well, no, fix the language. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. We'll have guys come through Brandon and Tyler's networks, our networks, meet them at we're going to that working hockey event. We'll meet filmmakers and stuff that are, you know, underground and want to do something like this. You know, we're not going to be able to pay them $1 zillion, but, you know, who want to make powerful things. Who knows what happens? Maybe somebody comes to us and we pitch an idea and they go, fuck, I'll do that for free because it'll be so good for my portfolio, like, or whatever. Like, who knows what can come? You know, hungry kids from school that are talented, whatever. Tyler himself.
Dude, look at what the WNBA, now they've been putting hours and logging miles of getting to where they are now. Like, right, that is not have just been like Caitlin Clark gets the, you know, the flowers and stuff like that, but like it has been decades to get to where it is. And I think like there's a similar story of like, I don't know, when I say like being on the right side of history, like I want to use any platform I'm ever involved in to highlight the voice of the voiceless. Like I like those kind of things, whether it be the underdogs, the underprivileged, the underserved, like, and not in a way of like, hey, look how good I am as a person. It's look how amazing these people are in this world from the top down to the bottom. Like romanticizing whether it be a stick boy or girl for the women's was it PWHL?
Mm-hmm.
Like that type of stuff, because it just becomes community building. You just get excitement. You get like event managers to like come on board and be like, hey, how do you sell the biggest events and how do we do that for the smaller ones? How do we get people juiced to do this? But obviously I think that's probably a lot of people's dreams too, to be able to do stuff like that. We find those people.
But yeah, Tyler and our team went to Ryerson in a film school here in Toronto, so we got the hookups there. That's how these things happen. They happen word of mouth. We got D in the firefighting and the first responders. You got your sister, you got Tyler on the team, you got different people in these places, and all we got to do is embody that energy. Like I get off these streams at 9 o'clock, right? I close up the office, I get home at like 9:30. I'm slipping in my bed. It's still light out, and I'm just like watching the thoughts come up, and I have to work on letting them go now too. It's like, this is what you do now every day. Like you just wake up and just dance with whatever comes. And it's just like, I don't feel like we're talking as the ego me monkey space. I'm not trying to get anywhere. That's why it's so confusing, but it's peaceful, because it's like hockey was such about the next mountain and the next hill. It just feels like I don't have to do anything. I just show up and it happens. It's so nice. It's like what they speak about. It's like actionless action. You know, there's nobody. Oh God, I can't even.
It's wild because you think, because the way I at least take it, I don't know if anybody in the chat feels the same way, because I think we all do get caught on the endless like hamster wheel of trying to get somewhere. Now I feel like I am where I want to be, and now the thing I'm trying to do is invite as many people into all of the work I've done on myself, to invite them to like have a community to do that with somebody, with people, other people. Cause like, I don't know if anybody else says, but like I will self-isolate when I feel like I'm not good enough for the world. And then I feel like I reemerge when I feel like now I'm in a presentable version of myself. Well, take decades of that, and now it's like I'll jump on a stream and tell you all of the things I'm going through. I'll leave out details for like to respect people, but like I don't have any shame in my game anymore of like what I'm going through, what emotions I'm going through. Like I want that to be the normal. So like now it's like, hey, if I'm here, if I'm going through it, like I've arrived. I just want to invite people into this energetic bubble to go through it together. Like I feel like I've reached the mountaintop. Like, and now bring people, bring others, and then abundance, money, whatever will come in the way it's supposed to and it's meant to. But yeah, like no, like kind of wild to, I've never thought of it that way until you brought that up. Anybody else in the chat feel the same way? A very hyper niche feeling.
Yeah, we're very, you know, but hey, we're humble and stuff, but we also put in the work. We went through the suffering, man. We've gone through suffering. We're going to continue to go through it and continue to walk through it. And that suffering and data collection has rearranged our life, man, in a way that is aligning the way it's supposed to. I mean, it's beautiful, man. Sometimes, you know, we gotta. I'm not opposed to giving myself a nice loving. Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. And yeah, and it's funny. It's like that's not even the ego saying that. It's just like you've always been this. You were just pretending you weren't.
Yeah.
Like that's it's just you needed to collect so much data to trust the data. That's it. That's what that's one of the greatest lessons I've learned is through the data collection, all of that stuff. It's you always were this. You just had to prove yourself you were.
Yeah, you gotta. My end of my document says you're not trying to merge with reality. You're just reality ceasing to pretend that you're separate.
Ooh.
That's all. That's it. We're not. There's nowhere to get. You're remembering. Oh yeah, right. We're getting spiritual now, fellas. Everything I look at is literally made of me.
Because without you, it's if no one's around in the forest to watch the tree fall, does it make a sound?
It ain't even there, people. There ain't even a forest when you're not looking at it. Oh, the video game analogy is just so like it's just so crazy. Like the guy, this is dude. He's clearly very spiritual. He's just like, is the video game character creating anything, or is it just expressing its programming? It's like, and it sounds so scary at first. You're just like, it's so dumb. How does that make any sense? That the why I suffer is because I think I'm the one doing everything. It's like, of course I'm doing everything. I lift my arm. I go on live. I do this. Like, no, you don't. You don't. And it sounds awful. Like, well, then what's the purpose of life? It's like, oh, you'll find out. Being not the doer is the freedom. That is the peace we're looking for. That we are not doing anything. And that sounds, oh, that's nihilistic and nothing matters. It's like the opposite. That's just a stage on the path to think it's nihilistic.
Everything matters because we are everything.
Exactly. It's the paradox. It's so crazy, man.
And there's also, I don't know if you get this. There's also this like overwhelming feeling of like, I don't even know a sliver.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's that you don't know anything, but you are everything, dude. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. But the Mayor Bubba's like, you're on the path when you no longer get very upset about things. You're halfway there when you have no more desires, and you're perfected when you are nothing. So you are everything. Like, How can having nothing and wanting nothing be everything? But it is. And of course that means you don't know shit.
I just always think about that. Just kind of like, well, one time I was taught that there's a giant white bearded man in the sky that I should fear of everything, and then all of a sudden I go, I was portrayed that Jesus was a white man with literally just looking exactly like you, with the long hair and the beard, and so and then I remember somebody goes, "You know, he was in the Middle East, right? That's where Bethlehem and Jerusalem are." And I go, "Oh yeah." I don't know why I never thought. And so then I'm like, that was just a giant lie of like what he's portrayed as, and maybe it's not because he can be portrayed as anything. But anyway, but thinking of like, I don't know shit. Like
Nope.
anybody who tells me what happens after this experience only knows their experience or their perception, their opinion. Like I don't know anything. Like I know nothing. And I'm not striving to be the one to figure it all out.
Nope.
There's nothing to figure out.
Nope. Nothing to figure out. It's like we could read the near-death experiences for sure. 73% are accurate or are the same across, but there's always your own unique experience to it.
Yeah. And once again, that's just, I love watching those because it helps scratch an itch in a mystery. Jesus was white. I have his
Posted this in the group the other day. He literally has it's a beautiful fucking card. Honestly, I might start collecting like Buddha. I told him Buddha, Jesus, Krishna cards. That's my kind of game. But he's like, it's a legit looking card, Jersey.
That's so funny.
But yeah, what's this? Oh, real Dave Bishop from the No But Seriously pod, though. What's going on, brother? Welcome in. Namaste. But yeah, I love that Cliff Connectal is a Christian apologist that goes to campuses and speaks, and he's at one campus, and he's great. I think he's a loving dude. He's got, obviously I disagree with many of his things, but this colored black man came in and we started talking. He's just like, Jesus was in Africa thousands of years before Europe and all this shit. And he's like, say that again for everybody in the back. Like, the Ethiopian Bible is way older than the Christian Bible. It is way deeper than all the white Jesus bullshit. Oh my God, is it ever? Like, you guys forgot about the book of Enoch, where the one where the guy literally goes up with the aliens and doesn't come back? Like, dude, there's so much stuff going on that people just have. I ask people, like, do you know what the book of Enoch is, or Gospel of Philip? Anything like this? Nope. It's in that book. I read it and it's the truth. It's like, whoa, dude, it's so much cooler than that.
But right, and that's the kind of thing, is like we're only aware of our experiences, and if we're not willing to, and that's okay if you're not.
Okay, that's okay.
That's just what we know. And I think one of the greatest strengths you can have as a human is the willingness to sit in a conversation that you don't agree with, but listen with curiosity. I know I struggle with it from time to time, especially when I'm fired up.
Yeah,
I struggle. But like, if you can let me like, if you can go, wow, that's so interesting. I don't fucking agree, but that's so interesting.
Yeah. like you having to sit in front of someone at the food court, just being like, you're going to hell, like telling Ben Myers what to do. And you're just like, wow, this is so fascinating. Your suffering has led you to be this opinionated. Wow.
Your experience. And I get into my social media, I go, thank you so much for sharing your perspective. It's so interesting to hear it come from other people. It's so awesome that your experiences have shaped that to relay to me. So it's just me talking to me through you, which is, why would I want to hear this? What is this teaching me right now? And all of a sudden now it's just like, look where curiosity got me. I'm out here being self-reflective as I'm being told I'm the devil going to some mythical, hellish, fiery place. Devil is an imaginary place, man. It's all in your head.
Well, remember I told you I was going to talk to that guy in the park? Yeah. I ended up not getting the best camera angle of most of it, but anyway, a good portion of it. But he was from Budapest. He came here in 60 something. Anyway, I guess he was married to a Jamaican woman, so he'd go down to Jamaica all the time. And he's clearly been watching my stories a lot, so he knows what I like to talk about. So I was just locked in listening, okay? So he's just like starts going off like in his Hungarian accent. And he's saying he'd go down, he'd be working with these Jamaican folks every day, and they say, John, do you see God yet? he's like, what are you talking about? They knew he was Catholic. You seen God yet? You'll see him in Jamaica. And he's like, what? And he's like, wouldn't you know it? I saw him. And I was like, what? He's like, the spirit revealed itself to me. I asked and it came to me and I said, he said yes. And I was just like, wow, like not even Moses got that. He got the burning bush. So I was just like listening and just like, whoa, this is fucking cool. And then he said the next day when he went to the people that every day were saying, you seen God yet? He didn't say anything to them, but he was glowing, obviously. He just saw fucking Jesus or whatever, spirit. And they were like, you saw him, didn't you? Didn't you? And anyway, so I was like, that's a fucking dope story, dude. So like it was great. But then, you know, he's at a place where he knows he may believe that we're going to hell and we're all sinners if we're not, you know, he knows I disagree. And it was like fair and respectful, but hey man, you want to talk passionately about that? I'll fucking listen. That was super interesting.
Somebody go, like, there's a difference of when people ask why, and you know they're just waiting to debate you.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like that. It's not a debate. It's like, talk to me with excitement of why you believe it, not why you think I'm wrong.
Right.
There's a very different energy. Like, oh my gosh, like, why? Where did you see Jesus? You had that experience?
Yeah.
That's killer, dude. That's awesome. And then being like, well, you never did because we're going to hell. It's like, oh, now the energy's changed.
Yeah, it changes quick.
Ooh. But yeah.
Hey, is there a topic that we have that we disagree on that we could practice this with right now? I just popped in my head, like, is there something that we've come across yet that we are diametrically opposed on that we could get excited about talking and the other person's just like, all right.
I don't know. Maybe, is there anybody in the chat that has like hot topics that me and Gabe's might disagree on? And I would love to do this.
It's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard the Terence McKenna stoned ape theory?
No.
Okay. I'm not saying that you're going to disagree, but something just popped up in my head. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. So this Terence McKenna's, he has a quote that's about yay big that it very influential to me. It's like really helped me on the path. It's basically about nature rewards courage. You take that step, nature will reward you for it. And you got to step into the abyss thinking you're going to die basically, but you're going to find out it's a feather bed. So it was like to take that courage on the spiritual path, to step out into it. That's the alchemical goal, to take the risk. So he is this visionary botanist and lecturer and psychonaut, and he was all into the mushrooms. And he's been really in social clips lately because he was making videos back then going like, I just think they asked him what for the future back in like the 70s or 80s. He's like, I think it's just, he's got this funny voice. I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder. The media, the politics will just keep getting more strange. Like, he's so fucking funny, dude. So he's like, you want to do psychedelics, get some mushrooms, go sit in your closet in the dark. But he had this theory that because psilocybin spores, mushroom spores, can survive in fucking deep space. Why? So he's done a lot of them. He's like, he totally believes, and his theory and hypothesis is that they are an alien species somewhat that are released by higher level beings of aliens or life forms, and they disperse them in the universe, and they go out and they can survive in deep space, and then they find watery planets. They get down and they terraform the planet basically, like, because the biggest organisms on this planet are the mycelium networks. Mushrooms are just the part that stick out of the ground. The mycelium network connects everything. So miles long connections everywhere. Anyway, so he's thinking that the stoned ape theory is that those spores come up to Earth. They started in the oceans. That's what created life. It started to pop off. And then next thing you know, life gets created, but then the spores pop, the mushrooms pop up, and guess who eats them? The monkeys, right? And our brains were primed for that. And then consciousness evolves in our monkey brains and it expands fast. And then we're an intelligent species. And basically it's like their version of like mail. They just send out their spores to cultivate places. And then, oh, look, Earth 256b planet that came back with these crazy monkey things. And now they're aliens. And, it's just like a super cool idea. But why would they be able to survive in deep space? It makes no fucking sense. Like they're coming on asteroids.
So what's your stance on it?
that it could be very well fucking true. I
Very
think
well
it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense.
What about it excites you the most? Like, what about it is like that connects with you?
It connects with me that obviously this is all one thing, but just how diverse this one substratum of consciousness could be, that such a thing could happen. It's like weirder than any sci-fi movie. It's so cool that we are descended from mushroom spores on asteroids from some faraway civilization that's just having fun creating a bunch of different, populating the universe with life, and like sitting back eating with their popcorn being like, look at this fucking community's turning in, they're about to nuke each other and shit, you know?
So like like your feeling is in McKenna's thing is there's aliens out there that are kind of just puppeteers, and like we just became these mushroom eaters. And so your theory, your thinking here is the theory of evolution actually starts from a mushroom that aliens planted on an asteroid, came here, apes ate them, and then they evolved into humans.
Some mix with the Anunnaki tampering with us too, whatever, all that good shit. But yeah, I just think it's super, super compelling, makes sense. I don't know. It sounds fucking cool to be a part of, you know?
And that's where like I think what a fun thing to dive into. Like that's like it's like those type of things to follow. Like when you read it, see it, and feel it, does it resonate with you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything truer than that for somebody.
Does it resonate at all with you? Does that hit it all with you?
I get excited to hear about it. Like I love that. I love hearing about that stuff. But like I'm the type of person in these situations where like I would have to do like my Ben deep dive and see what and where, who's talking about it, what's my like, how do I feel about them and the way they're like discerning the information or giving me the information, like those kind of things. But like hearing it from you, I go, that's the door opening to be like, I'd be interested to learn more about that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I have learned throughout the years of my life, I don't want to be like, that sounds fucking dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because I'm like, did you, I don't know, did anybody inside the chat see how excited Gabe's was talking about it? So like, it's that stuff to me. It's like, I don't care what you're saying. I love the energy that's coming through. Like, you're excited about something.
That's it, brother.
I don't want to take that away. I want to fuel that. I want to see you see how deep you can get into this love, your high. Like, I want to help fan that highest excitement.
Yes. And one of the most intriguing ultra speaking speeches I ever heard. And this is, man, my authenticity intuition meter, whatever reader got so good in that. This guy from San Francisco, he's like a coder or something. He's working on ultra speaking to get more social and be better at work and blah, blah, blah. So we're telling stories, and you can so tell when somebody's excited or authentic about it, right? Enthusiasm is infectious. Amen, Cam.
Yeah.
So he told a story. I'm like, dude, you got to be authentic. Like, so you got to lean into something that excites you and cast away being weird, right? So then he told this fucking story. It was like 4 or 5 minutes. He's like, I went to this party one time. You know, you're excited to go to the party, whatever. But he's like, next thing I know, I meet a friend, and he's with this tall, interesting looking fella. And I just love hearing different people's stories. So I'm just like, you know, chatting with him, whatever. And then this guy just starts going off about doorknobs. This motherfucker proceeded to go off for like 3 hours at this party. You know, like at a party, like you're having a good time, but then you get sucked into like a whole portal with someone. Yeah. You got sucked down a doorknob portal where this guy knew everything about doorknobs. He's like, did you know that in the state of California, 99.9% of doorknobs are not up to code? And this guy was like all the fuck in, and he was just like for 3 hours. And he told this thing, I was enthralled. And that's what it's all about, what you're talking about right there, brother.
It's that it is, Cam said it best, it's infectious. Like, that's the thing, is you could be telling a literal story about doorknobs, but if there's enthusiasm there and probably a little bit of weed, it's going to be, that's my guess, is like the way you were explaining that. If I'm sitting there and I just got done putting that out and someone's talking about it, I'm like, no fucking way. How do they get away with that? Who's in charge of the doorknob regulation? Like, it get like, and then you see them get amped up. All of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to learn everything. Tell me more. Like, it's that kind of stuff.
Oh God, that would be like a Domino's. I'd be like, I'm ordering Domino's. We're getting higher and higher. And we're talking about this. That oh God, don't even get me.
I'm gonna need some pepperoni and some cheese
Don't
if
get
we're
my
gonna
ego
talk about the
going
state
on
of
that shit.
California
My
and the
brain
donut.
is like just escaping to that right now. But what excites you, brother? Is there anything like that? Because obviously this is something that you might have researched and done one of your spiritual lives on back in the day in TikTok. But if that came across your radar, but what's something that excites you? What's something something off the board like that?
I kind of have to go back to my spiritual TikTok roots a little bit.
Mm,
And I love the idea of mediumship and connecting and talking to spirit guides.
mm,
So I love that this idea because it's authentic to me of before I was ever influenced by anything in the spiritual world, before I knew what spirituality was, what Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, any of that was, I thought to myself, like, I'm just in service of this, like this version of myself that is just, I'm not saying almighty, but it's like not all knowing, but he's kind of got like this magnet. I'm just trying to find the wave that like matches him and helping get pulled by him. Like that's kind of what it felt like. He's my guide. He's guiding me with this magnet that just kind of like feel the little pull, like and like and it just like you get a little pulled by it. Like that's just kind of what I felt like. And through the spiritual TikTok, like then I started reading the book Journey of Souls and then Many Lives and then a bunch of different kind of spiritual texts. And this idea of spirit guides, and after death we return to this realm of with the loved ones, we see the light, we go up this tunnel, and then all of a sudden we're reignited with our spiritual family and we're up there, and then we choose these bodies to come into for specific reasons, for specific things, and to learn specific lessons, to meet our soul family here, and they're going to help us. Like, okay, Gabe's is on here to go through recognizing love, loss, hardship. Ben, you're going to come through identity, self-worth, and toxic relationships. And you guys are going to go on your own path. We're actually, what's going to be really cool? You guys are going to live within a mile of each other. And you're never going to ever meet each other. Ben, I guarantee you I went to a Phantoms game that you were at.
Oh, for sure.
Like I went to a handful of Phantoms game during that time. So I probably watched you on the ice at some point in my life. Or at least I was in the same arena as you. And that was like a little bit of like this cool thing. And then there's a wink from the universe, whatever. But that's something that excites me because when I meditate, I had one really deep meditation when I first started. I felt like these three entities around me, and they were the color blue. And I felt like I've known them forever. This was the deepest meditation I've ever been in. Like one of the first time that let me believe, like, oh, I can get into that brain state. Cool. And all of a sudden I was in these three, like having conversation, not even conversation, just this knowing of like energy flow back and forth with these things. And it was so cool. So this idea of like, there are spirit guides, I believe. There's soul families. There's other dimensional guidance, I will say. So yeah, that's always piqued my interest. Where if I live at 100% with that right now, maybe not. But that was always something I found pretty cool.
That's stuff I really didn't believe in before. All the signs of the bird coming to someone when they, all that good stuff. But it's been very integral on my journey. And then my co-author is a medium, so that's been super cool and connecting me with people now. Yeah. We have nobody in the thing right now. I wonder if it's not working. Let's see here.
This happened on your side before.
Yeah, it happened.
Anybody in the chat?
Yeah, it seems to do that, and then it's totally fine. It's nothing wrong. But yeah, dude, the thing that really got me, there's this guy named Sean Collins or something. He's a young medium, and he travels around, and I mean, the footage is, I mean, I don't know how you deny it. People just start bawling their fucking eyes out when he's just saying who's in the room and knowing things about them, right? But he's made some videos that really, because ultimately, what is our deepest fear? I'm getting all tingly. Death and suffering. And he's like, like the first thing on some of these videos he makes of like, oh, from years of talking to spirit guides, this is what I've known. And the first one he always puts on is like, even in traumatic death, you're removed from the body and you basically witness it. And I'm like, sign me the fuck up for that. That gets me out of all my worries. That sounds fucking amazing. But if everything is one thing and it's infinite and it wants to experience itself in every possible way, then to me, everything is possible. There's spirit guides and there's no spirit guides. There's this and there's everything. It's infinite. So it's like, what game do you want to play? That's what's so fun about it. Like, you could go so down the mediumship thing, have a wild spiritual experience. You could go total opposite and be like, I don't know, spirit guides bullshit. It's all love and light. It's just like permanent. You have a great fucking time. It doesn't fucking matter. It's just what is speaking to us is what makes our attention go, and then the energy flows there, and that's the experience you have. Do you feel like you're someone that has capabilities of that, or you're just intrigued by it? Because I almost am intrigued by it because I'm seemingly no connection to the other side of speaking them or like, you know what I mean? As far as the mediumship way, I don't have anything like, I'm not like a witch that way. Wizard.
Oh no, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah,
I'm fairly confident. I do, and I actively do.
Mm.
So I'm gonna highly. I have two people that I think are huge candidates for. We got Lickety Loth. Hey bro, I enjoyed your stream. I had some suggestions I wanted to share with you, but I don't want to spam your chat. Let's chat on to.
Brother, you coming to me, you can message me on Instagram. I ain't going to your Discord. Namaste, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have two mediums, or at least one medium, and someone who does a lot of energy work and stuff like that. That, like, I have actively like channeled with, connected with, did intuitive. Like, are you familiar with the clairs, like clairaudient, like that kind of stuff? So I'm I believe I'm claircognizant, where like I have an overall knowing instantly, and I can feel it. Yeah, I believe that too, Sharzy. The one above is a scam. So yeah, I do, and I've been on lives. I've gone through it. Did I ever tell you this? I hosted a show on some network with me, and her name's Hannah Ball, and that's like one of my spiritual sisters. And we hosted, and we had mediums on for like, I think it was like 12 or 13 episodes until the service got shut down because they were shitty. But we would do like intuitive games, we would do live readings, we would do a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, so I do believe, like, in the right environment, within setting the same space, I do believe I do connect pretty well.
The huggable healer.
Yeah, that's my girl Hannah.
Nice.
She's got she's got a pretty good she's when I tell you about community stuff, clairvoyant, and one of them, absolutely. Clairvoyant's one. When I tell you about, she's the queen of community engagement. I've never seen anyone interact with a chat community. She plays live games, and her whole goal was to help people tap into their gifts and their abilities. So like, she comes from this field, like, these aren't gifts. Everyone has these abilities. They're just like tools, and you sharpen them. And she would do it every morning. She would help people tune into their intuition. That's when me and her started again. She'd bring me in, and like, I've always had a strong intuition. So like, we'd play games, and like, I would be like, and it was super cool. So that gave me the confidence of like, oh no, I am in tune to some shit. Like, sweet. But yeah, she is one of my favorite human beings on the face of the planet.
Huggable healer. That's a hell of a name. You guys got the vibe there with somebody like you and the huggable healer. That's approachable.
Yeah. She's got like, I think close to 50K on TikTok, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fellow ways, I gotta be super honest. I'm getting absolutely mind stormed right now. Food cravings. I'm just sitting here and I'm like floating. My consciousness is floating places, and I'm just, again, it's not a problem, but it's like my whole goal is to be present. That's the only thing there is. So if I'm in my head when I'm talking to my boy Ben, that's data collection, and I got to sit with it. But wow, because it's trying to tell me like, this is what your body needs. Like, you need that, right? And you need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's like, holy shit, bro.
Little bit of Monica in my life.
I read some. I was working on Rupert Spirit calls kissing the toad. So what do you do when the princess is the toad? What do? You kiss him, he becomes the prince, right? So that's his teaching, and that when you have these feelings, you actually don't want to. Advaita Vedanta is like almost like they're not you, but at the deepest part is Tantra, where you go into them and they actually are you. You are that feeling. That's the pain we've been talking about, right? Which, by the way, I held my lunges the longest ever yesterday, and I was on fire, and I was sitting with it. But it was talking about, I was reading my thing, and just like, it's not really coming up in a specific place for me right now. Do you know, like, you said yours is your throat and your neck kind of thing. When it's coming up for me, it's just a full body. Like it's not located in my stomach or like my head. It's like my whole being.
So
becomes,
when you say it's your whole being, they're like, what does that feeling feel like?
yeah, like that's what you're getting at. It's like it literally is just like, you know, when you have somebody died and they tape the outline of their body on the ground. I just picture that like that's my body and it's just filled with the feeling. Like it's everywhere. It's not. So that's the trick of consciousness. It's like, it's tricking you to believe you're this body and attached to it. And for me, it's strong. So maybe if it was like in my pinky finger, I'd be like, oh yeah, I see you. Or like when I'm doing the lunges, it's like, oh yeah, it's in my quads, or it's in my hamstrings, in my glutes. It's like, this is just, it's everywhere.
So interesting, right? Which is like, what a fun experience. Like this is the human experience, right?
This is
so
it.
Like, so when you keep saying the feeling, describe that feeling a little bit. Like what is it?
This is what I try to do every time, but it's so much easier, Ben, to do it when your legs are burning, because I'm like pinpointing, right? I can be there with it. It literally feels like it's not just in a place, I'm in a bubble of it. I'm in a womb of craving, right? So it's like there's nowhere it isn't right now. But of course, when I describe, I know what you're doing. This is exactly what I do, right? I'm seeing it. Where do I feel it? It's like really nowhere, because it's everywhere. So there's not really a place it is. And so if I go to that feeling, or I let it come all the way in, and I truly be with it, let the thoughts subside, it's like it's just this obscure sensation that's not good or bad.
Can I offer perspective?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because we're on a stream, right? We're talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, just knowing you, one of your greatest strengths is, in this moment, what you would probably do is you would sit in silence and you would observe, and you would get a better understanding. But there's a little bit of, and I don't think you're doing this on purpose, but like there's a little bit of performance that happens. Like, I want to talk my way through this so people can see, people can understand it.
I wanted to be vulnerable and share it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Which, where I say the performance aspect isn't a bad thing. It's just like, okay, there's an aspect of me going about it differently and trying to describe this thing that I don't quite understand in the moment. So in the moment, it's just kind of like understanding, all right, we're just going to slow it down. There's nothing to solve. You know this, but your mind and your body are not connected right now.
Well, it's like they are. It's just, I think they're connected. It's just, I just don't, the ego is resisting it. It's going, I don't want to be connected to this. I want it to either go away or I want to fulfill it. But that's what perpetuates it.
So how would you explain, like, what is this feeling? Like, you talk about the uncomfortable feeling, right? So to me, I go like, what is, like, is it excitement? Is it dread? Like what's the emotion that it is?
Fear of missing out. But again, it's just the story that's attached to it. And that's what my document says. Relax the labels. No matter what comes up, good feeling, bad feeling, ecstasy, bliss, suffering, whatever, remove the label and just stay with it. And when I really do that, which again, like you said, I would be doing if I'm off the stream, it's that, yeah, it's fine, but it still comes up as that FOMO, that, oh, I'm here to experience and I want to eat and I want to live and I want to have, it's that kind of feeling that comes up. But then again, that's just a habitual pattern, like a fucking clay potter's wheel that's been spinning and it's been unplugged and it's slowly spinning slower, but it's still shooting off clay pieces. And it's hit me in the face across the room like, fuck, oh, that was a clay pizza.
I have once again, I would like to ask if I can offer perspective, and I'll be as vague as possible. I believe there's things happening in your life as of recently that are triggering things in different, and they're coming through different places. And this feels like it's comfort trying to come through, because old patterns would be like, this is what we do to feel whatever.
This is what we do.
And so right now it's going, I'm also trying to not let that control me. I don't want this trigger to happen. I'm bigger and better. I've worked through this. And like, that's also the ego. Like, no, it's just here. The only power it has is the running away from it. Like, so that's why, like, once again, if there's perspective here, it's like, yeah, that's cool. That's allowed to be here. How sick.
And my mind wants to do somersaults and be like, oh, I got to fix this in a certain way. But it's like, it's just so fucking stupid simple that it's the same thing the document says. Whatever comes up, just sit there. And it's self-inquiry. That's what I think meditation eventually morphs into, is constant self-inquiry. So it's just sitting here and it's like, who's feeling this craving? And the thought pops up. I am. But then you ask the last question. There's no more checking after this. You just rest in the silence until it pops up again. You just go, what is this I am appearing in and as right now? And there's this space of peace. And then a little stirring, fountain of thought goes, it comes up again. Who's this appearing? What's this appearing in? Who is this? I am. Oh, what are you real? It's just constant that, and that space in between keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's just another. That's why I want to share, because it's that constant break through the one barrier. Oh my God, look at me. I figured it out, spiritual enlightened. Next fear barrier. Got to break through that one. Then the next, I got it again. It's the same cycle. And that's why my book, the middle part is super repetitive. I don't give a fuck. That is the point. It is so repetitive. It's the same thing. It's not like the book things and people try to tell me it's like, make this chapter like I was seeking this and this one seeking that. But I'm like, it was all the same. I want that I want you to read it and be like, this is fucking exhausting, dude. I get it. But no, you don't. That's why that's why this is compelling. You have to, it's the same boring shit over and over again. It's, you fail your way boringly to peace.
You feel that energy? You feel that excitable energy?
Oh, I love it. That's what it's all in. Yeah, baby. I do.
Right? And the fuel almost feels dirty because it's coming from a place of, it's sparking from a weird place. It's like the food, and all of a sudden, like, but look how, I say far you've come, but like, you're channeling that through something else. And like, here's the thing. If you did eat, you're okay.
It would be, yeah. It's just afterwards it goes, oh, I have to deal with the consequence of the body, and that's fine if we want to. But it's not the problem about the eating; it's the attachment to it.
There it is.
It does not fucking matter whether I do it or not. It's who's in here deciding that it's doing it. That is the only issue. It's the only issue.
Give the attachment a hug. Like literally, just sit there and be like, dude, you are strong today, dude. Oh, yeah. You've been hitting the gym. You've been hitting that lentil gym.
That's it. It was the lentil food my brother made. It was the Toppers pizza floating up. Lynn's going, Toppers, and then me going, the doorknob talk. Get the weed, get the fucking Dominoes, and let's talk.
Oh, dude, it's wild how much like it has power.
It does.
It does, and you realize that.
Mm-hmm. But it's just begging to be seen for what it is, because at the bottom of every feeling, craving, joy, pleasure, pain is the same love and light, and it's just screaming to be realized. Just realize me for what I am. Stop seeking me out there. Find me first in everything, then let whatever happens. That's the guru. They go, why do you still smoke? He's like, don't fucking look at me. I ain't smoking. It's not me doing it. It's just the body. And then he got throat cancer, and they're like, well, you got throat cancer. He's like, I don't fucking care. I'm going to die now. That's what I'm supposed to do, I guess. Fucking awesome.
Oh, brother. Have the human experience.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Allow it to be uncomfortable. It's okay. Breathe.
Nope. Oh my God, Linz, do not apologize. That's what you talk about. Data collection. It's in my document. It says the trigger is the doorway. Use it. Walk through it. Thank you so much, Lynn. See, you triggered me in the way that your Meat Monkey Spacesuit likes in the past when I get emotional and talk about my dad. You're getting me in a different way tonight, and I fucking love it.
Oh, it's excitable, man.
It is. Well, brother, thanks for coming on the stream for the second time again this week. How many weeks have it been? Like 4 now? 5 weeks now?
I feel like it's been more.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I love this. I look forward to Sundays and Tuesdays. I love closing and start. It feels like I close the week, but also start the week. Like from 7 to 9 is literally the closing to the start. And then after that, I have like my review of my journal from the week. So it's always really cool, guys. I appreciate the community. Namaste, everybody. I appreciate you all having me and welcoming me in. And as always,
sending love. You never know what the stream's going to go. You never know where. That's what makes it fun. It's just a Russian roulette of love and light. So I appreciate you all. We'll see you back tomorrow for Wednesday, last one of the week. Get in the community, get sharing. And we got Pride Parade weekend and one's down here. That'll be kind of cool.
Nice.
And the World Cup starting. So lots of fun stuff. Namaste, brother. I'll be chatting with you, chatting with everybody. I love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Gonna end this so we can get the clipper, the